Hey guys, Panther0822 here. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day so far. Wanted to take some time and go over something that I think is actually really cool, which is the Pathfinder 2nd edition character creator put out by Lone Wolf. This particular character creator is one of the best I've come across. I've looked for a lot of different character creators when it comes to Pathfinder, either 1st or 2nd edition or D&D in general, and unfortunately they're few and far between. But this particular one is one of my favorites, and it's a really solid character generator. Again, it's put out by Lone Wolf. I'll have links for you down below as far as some things to do, as far as like to go to Lone Wolf and things like that. But anyways, let's kind of jump into it because again, I'm really excited. I wanted to share this with you. So once you guys log in, guys, it is actually a web-based character designer. So you've actually could have the web address and log in. It's not difficult, and just kind of where everything's going these days. Everything's going to web login and things. So one of the things that I find that's really cool is that you can actually create a folder. Like my buddy Dan, who runs a game on the weekends, and so I've got some characters that I have built for his campaign. And if I had a few other people like my brother-in-law or my wife, I could add in some additional folders. That way I can keep all of my characters separated and organized by whoever is GMing those particular games. So let's kind of jump into it. And we're gonna name our character Scion. And then the other thing that's really cool about this character creator, especially if you're a GM, is that it allows you the ability to go through and build NPCs and build monsters. So very cool in that regard, and is very helpful. But in this particular case, we're just going to be building a standard character. So we're going to go to create. Oh, Scion's in the wrong place. What we're going to do is we're actually going to move him to a different folder. We're going to move him to the home folder. Confirm move. There we go. And then across here, we've got different navigation. So we can hit our home tab, and there he is right there. So we're going to go ahead and click on him. And it's going to autofill a lot of stuff for us. Now, here's what's really cool. This was actually one of my favorite things about this particular character generator, is that it will show you through your navigation panes on the left-hand side. So over here on the left-hand side, it automatically shows you what stuff you need to do so that you can do things. So like right here, we're on this one. So player name, my actual name is David. And then let's see here, you must pick an alignment. So we're going to hit the plus sign for that, and we are going to go with neutral good. That's what we're going to go with. And so we're going to do add and close because we can only do that. So it auto fills it right here, which is fantastic. If I wanted to edit it, I could click this. I can hit edit, and then it gives me this information here, which is really cool. All right, deity, same thing. We're going to hit that plus button, and we can choose our deities. Now, I have gone through and purchased the additional content packs for this so that I've got as much access to all of the resources necessary. So, and you can do that. You can go through and you can buy content packs, and the content packs are actually really affordable, which is fantastic. Although the typical deity that I tend to go with most of the time is IORI. So, and right up here, I can actually do a search. So IR automatically brings in the deities that's there, and IORI's right there. So we're going to go ahead and add and close. And we've got all of that. All right, so we've got age, Character, we're gonna say character's age is 30. And we've got height in inches. And we're gonna say, I want to say 6 foot is 72 inches. I could be wrong about that. And then weight, we're gonna go with a good healthy 180 is what we're gonna go with. Hair color is that. Eye color is that. Skin color is that. And then I could add any particular notes or anything like that, which I'm not going to worry about. And if I had a photo, I could click and actually add a photo. I don't, so I'm going to leave that alone. And so I've got all of these different things right here as whatnot. So, but right now it's highlighted on my profile, so it wants me to go through, choose an ancestry. So we're going to go through and we're going to choose our ancestry here. And then it's showing me the different ones. There are some that are not. So we're going to go with an elf because I like elves. I think elves are fantastic. So it fills in my ancestry as far as an elf goes. Automatically fills in my race abilities, which is fantastic. I know for a lot of time, one of the major issues that I've had when I've been building a character is constantly hunting through the manual, looking for crap. Very, very frustrating when you're trying to build a character and you're trying to find information and you just have, it's just very, very difficult to find it because where you think it is, it isn't. So, let's got that. All right. So there's nothing we can add for traits at the moment. So that's racial abilities. So we've got our heritage. And we've got a couple different things as far as things go. I think we're going to go with a whisper elf is what I think we're going to go with. That what's really cool about this is as you click on these, it gives you a description right here in this pane, so you can actually go through, read what it is, see if it's what you want, and if it's not, you can either just hit this back arrow here or you can hit the X, and either one will back you out of just the screen you're at. It will not exit you out of, so like if I hit X, it still keeps me in this screen. I've seen some programs where you get those little pop-ups and you hit the X and it backs you out way too far and you've had to go back in and no. So anyways, we're going to go back to here again. Like I said, I think we're going to go with a whisper elf. So we're going to do that. And then we've got our ethnicity. So we're going to go ahead, do this. And so we've got to choose what we want to do. And I'm not really sure which one I want to do. But I can always go back and change this and edit this at a later date. It's not fixed or anything like that. So, that would be my pup Gabs barking her head off at something. So inner sea region. Not really sure. So you know what? I think we'll just leave it at that one. So we'll just add that. And then we've got our ancestry. And again, all the red stuff is actually invalid stuff where it requires GM approval. And we've got this nice little box up here that says hide invalid choices. So we choose that and boom, it reduces us down to these particular things. So I think we're probably going to lean towards nimble elf. Let's see here. Yeah, we like that, so that'll work for us. Add and close. All right. So now if you notice the particular one that we are on when it comes to background, Or actually, no. So we're on background. So this gives us a nice little caution saying, hey, there's something that we need to fix here. And what's really cool is it shows us right here that we've got 0 out of 1. So we've got an additional language we can grab. So we can talk Common and Dwarven. I personally like adding Draconic. Draconic's actually kind of one of my favorite things, so I like doing that. And then we've got our backgrounds, and we've got one thing that we can choose there, so we can hit that. And again, we've got all of these wonderful options for us that we can choose. And what I'm gonna do is, let's see here, so we could be a barkeep as far as that goes. We don't actually want that. Could be a barterer. Don't want anything black market. Don't want a bounty hunter. What I was actually hunting for, I'm not seeing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Let's see here. I wonder if it would be underneath. Let's see here. Pathfinder hopeful. Press ganged. There's a lot to choose from, and that's one of the things that I really like about this is it actually gives you those options. Now, again, some of those options are in the supplemental materials that you need to get, but again, we are, we're gonna go with Acrobat. That's what we're gonna go with. So we're gonna do that. Automatically does that. And then as far as home region, doesn't give us anything, or doesn't say that we've got a home region selected. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to grab one. I like River Kingdoms. Sounds interesting. So I could read it and change it, but for the sake of this, I'm just going to kind of jump through things a little quick so that you guys just kind of get a general idea as far as things go. And then organization stuff, we'll go ahead and do this. And Faithful Network, Firebrands. We've got some night stuff. Monastery has some stuff. What I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this. Again, I can change this at any point that I want. It's not really kind of that much of an issue. All right, my class. I have not chosen a class yet, so I need to choose a class. Right now, it's showing me that I am a level 1. I'll go over this right-hand pane, because this right-hand pane is actually really cool. I really like it. But we're going to add our class here real quick. We are going to choose ourselves, and we're going to be a bard, is what we're going to be. And then what's also really cool is that this automatically gives you your starting amount for your class and for your level, which is absolutely fantastic. In first edition, you used to have to go through and find a table and then roll some dice and things like that. In second edition, they really did a good job of fixing a lot of this. And what's awesome about this program is this program actually calculates that stuff for you, like hit points. So I'll actually show you that here in a minute. So again, level 1, because I'm not building anything terribly fancy. Bard. All right. So right now I've got to go through, and this is all of my first level stuff. But there's some things I need to do. Bard skills, all right, and this is actually telling me that there's some stuff that I need to choose 0 out of 5. So I scroll down. Again, this is what's really cool about this, is I'm right here underneath Bards. This is underneath class stuff. So this gives me all of that. Gives me a little bit of information. Gives me my class proficiencies right here, which is fantastic. Class features, it gives me right here. And as I level up, it automatically fills these in, which is fantastic. Makes life a heck of a lot easier for you. So it's fantastic that it fills all that out. What's also really cool about this is if you're going, I'm not really sure what this is, you can click on it and then it gives you a nice, good, solid description of it. The only thing I wish that it would tell you is the actual page number, so you could actually go and reference the specific page number. But that's more for those of you who like physical books and like actually thumbing through the books itself. Otherwise, fantastic resource. Love it. If I hit that little eye, it just kind of hides it. So, all right. So we've got some stuff we've got to choose. So muses, we've got to choose our muse. We've got 2 different muses, either Mysterio or Polymath. I think I'm just going to go with that because I like the name more. I know, real weird reason to choose something is because you like the name more. But hey, that's the way things go. All right, so class feats we need to go through, and we need to choose a class feat. We can either reach... So we're going to go ahead and do that, or do a custom, but we're going to do reach. And then we need to choose our bardic occult stuff. So, we overstepped our bounds. This is one of the things that I actually really like about this program, is that if you do something wrong, it'll tell you, hey, there's a problem here, which is fantastic. So, class feats, resources, overspent 1. So what we do is we right click, we just delete. And boom, right there. All right, so it's telling us right in here that we've got 0 out of 5 and 0 out of 2. So, we're going to do some dancing lights. We're going to do days. Detect magic is always fantastic and a good thing to have access to. And we've got 3 out of 5, so we need to choose 2 more out of our stuff. And I think we're going to do guidance. And I think we're also going to do telekinesis projectile. All right, so we now have our 5 of that, so we need to do our 2. First levels. So let's see here. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do alarm and color spray. All right, so now that we've got all that done, we see down here, this is telling us Bard, Occult, Spell, Casting. Okay, so that's all that. And then we come here and we go to our ability scores. What's really cool about this is that set levels, you get different things as far as like increase and different things like that. It's absolutely fantastic in that regard. So this tells us that we've got 4 points we can assign here. We've got 1 point we can assign here, 2 here. And then this tells us what our base is, base of 10. So we can, if we wanted to, say negative that out. If we really wanted to, we're not gonna. So, this gives us our background stuff. So I think what we're gonna do is we've got 4 points in here. I personally like a high AC, so I like to up my dex as much as I can. I've got 2 others. So I'm definitely gonna want to do some stuff there. All right, so we've got 1, 2 out of 4. That's getting us to a 12 there. So we've got 2 more points we can assign. Wisdom and charisma. I don't play bards very frequently, so I don't actually know kind of their key things or what their spells are based off of. Something I should probably definitely read into, but all right, so I've got 4 spent there. I've got 1 spent there. I've got 1 out of 2 here. So I think we'll actually we'll go ahead and throw the point into there. So boom and done, and there we go. Again, a lot easier and a lot faster. It shows you exactly where you've got the points to spend. It's fantastic in that particular regard. So we're good there. So let's go ahead and move on to skills. And again, it shows us that we've got 0 out of 5 here. It shows us some stuff where we've got some attributes and things like that. So we're a bard. So a lot of our stuff we're going to want to do as far as... actually, one of the things I'm going to want to be able to do is craft my own instrument. So I am going to want to definitely do something where I can do some stuff there. All right. The other place that we're going to want to do some stuff is in diplomacy. We're definitely going to want to do diplomacy. We might actually want to do something intimidate, but I definitely think we're going to want some stuff as far as society goes. And then definitely stealth. And we've got 1 more that we can do. We're going to do it in thievery. All right, boom, there we go. So for the most part, character's done. There's really not a lot. It's showing us here as far as all of our stuff goes. This left-hand side panel is fantastic because I can hit character and this automatically gives me my character view and things like that. This right-hand panel is absolutely fantastic. It gives you a quick glance view at your key stats and things like that. So if you're wanting to know what your strength mod is, strength dex, all of that stuff, it shows you that right there. Hit points. Hit points is phenomenal. They changed the way that they did hit points in Pathfinder 2. You get hit points for both your race and your class. So elf gives me a certain amount, bard gives me a certain amount, those 2 totals combined, and that's what gives me my HP. and it goes up by that amount every time I level. So it takes the rolling for hit points out of the equation. You no longer have to roll for your hit points because they go up by a set increment every level, which is absolutely fantastic. It makes life a lot easier. So it also tells you your things like your senses, your perception, and so right now my perception is at a +6, which is fantastic. It gives me my speed, my tactical stuff, all the stuff that I need to know. Also gives me a quick glance at my fortitude, reflex, and will saves. So everything is at very much a quick glance at this right-hand panel. But you've also got your character sheet that's right here. So you can scroll through your character sheet. It shows you stuff. What's also really cool is it's got this die symbol right here. So you can hit that die and it shows you what you roll, and you hit it again and it closes it, but it's got your roll again. So you can hit roll again and it's showing you what the roll is. So this is a D20 +6. So let's choose to like our medicine is absolutely craptacular. But say we wanted to make a medicine roll, D20 +1. Hey, we rolled a 20. Rolled a 7. The only thing, actually it does over here on the right hand side. I was going to say it doesn't show you what the individual roll is, but nope, it shows you right here. 6 + 1 = 7. So fantastic. Again, 13 + 1 gives you so. Absolutely fantastic. I love this character generator. It is absolutely fantastic. One other thing that I want to show you, because it took me a few minutes to kind of get through and weasel my way through this, is the equipment. So we're going to come over here to the equipment and gear. If you're looking for something specific, you've kind of got so like gear. You hit it. I've got all my stuff. It gives me points and everything. But there is some stuff that, depending on what it is, and let's see if I can actually find it, because I got to remember where it is. This is infuse. Nope. And one of these, it's subgrouped into items, and so some of it you might have to spend a little bit of time trying to find what subgroup it's under. But other than that, it's fantastic and it's easy to use. And at this point, all I need to do is basically finish up my equipment and my character's done. So what's also really fantastic about stuff is if I don't want something, so like this right here where it says characters, I can hit this and it brings me right out to here. So I can go back out. I can hit characters again. The other really cool thing is right here where it says character summary, it's got an arrow. I can hit that. It minimizes it out. And now I've got all this, and then I can do the same thing for that, so that the only thing that I'm looking at is my character sheet. I don't have anything else in the way. All I've got is my character sheet in front of me, and I can go from here. So it's absolutely fantastic. I love the way that this program works. It's really, really cool. It is a subscription base, so that is the one thing to just kind of be aware of. You can find all that information through Lone Wolf, and it'll break it out for you. They've got a couple different options, so just find the option that works best for you. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm Panther0822. I'll see you guys on the next tutorial and/or upload. Peace out.